The MSC Divina may not be the newest or biggest cruise ship, but it offers a refined experience with exceptional value. It's a great choice for a first cruise or an affordable getaway. In this video, I'll describe the food and entertainment and we'll explore the ship together. I'll also share some pro tips that could help you save some money and make the most of your experience.
Hi, I'm Mike. I retired after teaching for 32 years so I could travel, and this channel tells the stories of my adventures.
Built in 2012 and refurbished in 2021, the MSC Divina is part of MSC's Fantasia class, sharing its layout and design with the Fantasia, Splendida, and Preziosa. I haven't sailed those ships, but the deck maps indicate the layouts are alike. Only the names of the lounges and restaurants have changed. The Divina features 1,539 cabins accommodating as many as 3,500 passengers with a crew of 1,388 across 18 decks. Well, almost 18 for most of us. I'll explain shortly. MSC makes boarding a breeze. There were no lines and it took no more than 5 minutes for me to show my passport at 2 stations. The trip from my car to the inside of the ship was less than 15 minutes. We sailed from the port of Miami, and while the port is efficient, getting there could be a challenge. I've driven in Manhattan, Los Angeles, and San Francisco, and all are easier than Miami. Plan on delays no matter how you get on a ship sailing from Miami. As we pulled away, I couldn't help but notice the ship moved faster than the traffic. Parking at the port just got pricier, $25 a day or $35 for the garage near Royal Caribbean's terminal.
Your checked luggage might not arrive for several hours after boarding, so be sure to carry your passport and anything you'll need for the first few hours.
I always bring a 22-inch roller bag and a small backpack. That lets me slide through embarkation without checking a thing. Dress on MSC ships is casual, so it's easy to pack light. I no longer pack a jacket, and while I do pack dress pants, I never wear them. Shorts are acceptable even in the main dining room. The heart of the ship is a dazzling atrium featuring MSC's iconic glittering staircases. Nobody does a staircase quite like MSC. They're a favorite backdrop for both professional photographers and guests capturing their own memories.
Your cabin won't be ready until mid-afternoon, but MSC allows you to drop off your carry-on luggage in the meantime.
When you get to your room, you'll find your cruise card attached to the door in a sealed envelope. Inside, there's a slot by the door for your cruise card, which controls the electricity in the room.
To keep the lights and electricity on while you're out, you can use any MSC cruise card, even from another MSC ship or from another cruiser. Just be careful not to mix up the cards, or you might accidentally lock yourself out or run into trouble at the bar.
Speaking of electricity, the only outlets in my cabin were across the room from the bed.
I don't recommend bringing your own extension cord, though. Shipboard electricity is different from what you have at home, and cruise lines often confiscate banned electrical devices when scanning luggage. They'll return it to you at the end of the cruise, but that won't help you while you're on board.
If you're cruising while schools are in session, consider booking an inside cabin at the Bella level.
With Bella, MSC assigns your cabin, and if unsold balcony cabins are available, you could be upgraded for free.
Leading up to your cruise, MSC will email you offers to bid on upgrades. I've skipped those offers and still received free upgrades on all 3 of my cruises.
Experienced cruisers tell me this works about 9 times out of 10 during the school months. But during peak times like summer, the holidays, or spring break, prices are higher and the ships tend to be much more crowded.
Some cruisers prefer inside cabins because they go completely dark when the lights go out, but I love my balcony cabin. On this trip, I was upgraded to a balcony cabin with an obstructed view. Even though I faced a lifeboat, I could still enjoy the ocean breeze, and I could still see the ocean when I stood up. Aside from the outlet situation, my cabin was thoughtfully designed. In addition to the bed, it had a couch so the room could accommodate up to 4 passengers.
I usually get great sleep on a cruise thanks to the gentle rocking of the boat. That said, I've never had to sleep through a storm, and I hope I don't have to get back to you on that one.
The shower was small but cleverly designed. The toilet seemed cramped at first, but the walls of the shower collapse inward to create more space. At first I didn't realize that. I actually thought I had broken it.
The bathroom was roomy enough for me and had plenty of space for toiletries, even for 4 people. MSC provides shampoo and shower gel and a hairdryer, which is tucked away in a desk drawer next to the couch.
After getting a glimpse of my cabin, I went to to lunch in the buffet. While breakfast and dinner are served in the formal restaurants, I preferred having breakfast in the buffet, watching the sunrise over the ocean. The buffet opens at 6:30 a.m., which can feel rushed if you have a 7 a.m. excursion, but you can grab cereal earlier if needed. The buffet offers a grill with hamburgers and hot dogs, a carving station at lunch and dinner, and even a children's corner. But the real star of the buffet was the freshly made pizza, served hot until 1 a.m.
Take it from somebody who grew up around Italian restaurants in Connecticut. This pizza is the real deal.
The buffet had plenty of variety, but I try not to overindulge. Heavy meals can slow me down, and I want my clothes to fit when I get home. In the buffet, filtered water, coffee, tea, and juice are included, but sodas, specialty coffees, and alcohol cost extra. MSC recently dropped its most affordable alcohol package, though the more expensive packages remain. Soda packages are available for adults and kids, and everything is available at a la carte pricing.
For more on drink packages, check out my video on saving money while cruising. I'll link to it at the end, and this is just grape juice.
On almost any cruise line, you'll save a lot by booking in advance. Drink packages, Wi-Fi, and excursions are significantly less expensive if you purchase them before boarding, as prices tend to increase sharply once you're on board.
The Wi-Fi worked well overall, though the connection could be a bit finicky. If you purchase Wi-Fi, you'll need to activate it through msccruises.com.
You can always get help in the photo shop, but you'll find a long line on embarkation day. Just remember to activate or reactivate Wi-Fi at msccruises.com. Once you book your cruise, be sure to download the MSC For Me app. It lets you book excursions, purchase add-ons, and view a map of each deck. The app also includes menus for the main dining room, but I was happy to see that my server still offered paper menus.
Call me old-fashioned, but I don't like having my phone out at dinner.
Okay, time to explore. The first 4 decks are primarily for the crew, so we'll begin at the heart of the ship, the atrium on Deck 5. Live music kicks off here every afternoon, and I have to say, the performers were fantastic.
Judging by how crowded it got, I wasn't the only one who thought so.
Unlike many ships where musical acts perform behind the bar, the Divina's bar is off to the side. This brings you closer to the performers and creates a more intimate atmosphere. Deck 5 features the guest services counter and one of the ship's 2 main dining rooms. Both dining rooms share the same menu and are open for breakfast, dinner, and an extended brunch on sea days. The service truly stood out. One evening, my server noticed that I wasn't eating my entree and immediately offered to bring me something else. I wasn't hungry, but I was impressed with her attentiveness. That level of care wasn't unique to the dining room. On MSC ships, I found that customer service often exceeds expectations. Take Marcio, my steward. He seemed to anticipate my needs before I knew them myself.
During this trip, I turned 63, and while I hadn't mentioned it, Marcio sang the birthday song to me when he saw me.
When you receive exceptional service, ask the staff member if you can take their picture. MSC sends out a detailed survey after your cruise, and mentioning staff by name in your feedback makes a big difference. It helps their careers. The crew comes from all over the world, and you may not always catch their names or the correct spellings. A quick photo can help with that.
I love traveling solo, though some of my friends think it's a bit unusual. Maybe it is. But it's also a growing market that MSC caters to.
The Divina hosted 2 solo passenger meetups every evening, and they seated solo passengers together at dinner on all of my cruises. Those are my table mates, Tracy, John, and Fred. We connected during the cruise and stayed in touch afterward. I always look forward to having dinner with them.
Solo travel lets me set my own agenda and embrace adventure.
On every solo cruise, I've come away with new friends and lasting memories. Some people worry about cruising solo, and I agree. It wouldn't be much fun if you stayed in your room the whole time. But with thousands of people on board and endless opportunities to connect, cruising solo can be an amazing experience.
I've loved every solo cruise I've taken, and I'm confident you will too.
Deck 6 begins with the Pantheon Theater, home to some truly excellent performances. Highlights included an ABBA tribute, a cabaret show, a Beatles tribute, and a circus show I was lucky enough to see for the second time. While all of the shows were fantastic, the circus show was in a league of its own. I still can't imagine how they managed to be so acrobatic on a moving ship. Beyond the theater is the casino, offering blackjack, roulette, a poker room, countless slot machines, and a full bar. Smoking is allowed in the casino, but the ship's ventilation was so good I barely noticed it. Next is the Piazza del Doge, a charming Venetian-inspired cafe serving coffee, pastries, cocktails, wine, and gelato a la carte. And let me tell you, MSC's gelato rivals what I had in Venice last fall. It's that good. Deck 6 also features an arcade, a cigar lounge, a mini mall, and a duty-free shop. Who forgets toothpaste on a vacation? Well, me. Twice. I always seem to forget something. Luckily, the onboard prices are surprisingly reasonable.
I picked up a small tube that lasted through the cruise for $2.50.
They sell alcohol by the bottle at reasonable prices in the duty-free shop, but they won't let you have the bottle until the end of the cruise. Before we get to Deck 7, I have to highlight the incredible cleanliness of MSC's ships. The crew works tirelessly to keep everything spotless, and with all of the chrome and glass on board, that's no small feat. Beyond the theater balcony on Deck 7 is La Luna Piano Bar, one of my favorite spots on the ship, especially late at night. While the Divina had fewer lounge performers than I've experienced on other ships and a more limited variety of musical genres, the Divina truly stood out when it came to piano music. Past a small art gallery is the vibrant Golden Jazz Bar, but unfortunately, they didn't have much jazz. There was a duo that played Latin music that I enjoyed. Next is a sports bar with their requisite TVs and a bowling alley. The Café Italia had specialty coffees that required a drink package or a la carte pricing. Specialty restaurants are not included in the base price. MSC had two on Deck 6, the Cantina del Bacco Pizzeria and Butcher's Cut Steakhouse. The Black and White Lounge at the back of the ship had dancing at night, and they played trivia games and bingo during the day. Decks 8 to 13 are dedicated to cabins, but before we head to the top of the ship, I have to mention Ocean Key. That's MSC's private island and one of my favorite destinations. I'll dive into its beauty in an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. As the Divina's cruise director joked, all you need is a dream to turn a desolate island into paradise. Well, a dream and $200 million.
I appreciate you visiting my channel. And if you're enjoying The Solo Budget Traveler, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. It really helps my channel grow. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll know when my next video drops.
Alright, we've reached the top of the ship. I've already covered the buffet at the back of Deck 14.
Next up is the Aqua Park, featuring a retractable roof, a saltwater pool they empty every night, 2 hot tubs, a bar, and even a shop in case you forget your swimsuit.
Next is the outdoor pool area, complete with 2 more hot tubs. They offered live music in the afternoons, plus a big video wall to keep things lively. Then we come to the gym, featuring the latest machines and some truly amazing views. The spa comes with an extra charge, $39 a day during my sailing, and includes 2 steam rooms, 4 saunas, a frigidarium, a relaxation room, an aerobic studio, a yoga room, and a bar where you can grab a smoothie. Deck 15 features Graffiti's Teen Disco and Club. There's also an adults-only area with an infinity pool. And they have a water slide on Deck 15. I went down the slide twice on my 63rd birthday, but you'll have to take my word for it because I made sure there are no pictures. For most of us, Deck 15 is as high as you can go, but for those in the Yacht Club, there are 2 additional decks. The Yacht Club is MSC's ship within a ship. Now, I can't give you a tour of the Yacht Club, it's too expensive for the solo budget traveler, and, well, they kept the doors locked.
Cruising on the MSC Divina was an incredible value.
I sailed to the Bahamas on a 4-night cruise for just $180. Wi-Fi cost me an extra $80, and parking at the Miami port was $25 a day. I didn't get a drink package, but spent about $60 on bottled water, soda, gelato, and of course, toothpaste. In total, the trip cost me just under $425, or about $106 a day. That's about the price of a budget hotel on land. I made new friends, had a fantastic time, and I'm already planning to make birthday cruises a tradition.
If I've missed anything, or you have updated information to share, or even if you just want to say hi, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bon voyage!